Oh, those birds, those wonderful birds, they fly through the trees, they hoot and they chirp. Oh, those birds, those wonderful birds, they live near my home, they live in the woods.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing? Enjoying the good food out there? Good. Well, my name's John, and I'm here to welcome you all to Milwaukee County Zoo and the Bird Show. I'm sure you all recognize our national symbol. This is Norbert. He's the bald eagle, and he's just one of the magnificent birds that you'll have a chance to meet today. Now, other animals like bats and insects can fly too, but what makes birds like Norbert different? What covers their whole bodies? Shout it out if you think you know. That's right, feathers. Feathers are what allow birds to fly higher, farther, and faster than any creature on Earth. It's also what allows birds to occupy every corner of the globe, from the scorching desert to the frozen tundra. We'll talk more about Norbert a little later. Today, with the help of our trainers, Erica and Cori, and our birds, you'll learn more about feathers and the birds who wear them. Well, there will be numerous free flight demonstrations throughout today's show, so for your safety as well as the birds, we ask that you please remain seated for the entire program. Don't try to touch any of the birds, and if you happen to look up, I do recommend keeping your mouth closed. Our birds are trained, not potty trained. Well, feathers have been on this planet for a very long time, but it wasn't until 1861 that a man working in a German limestone quarry paid his doctor's bill with what would become one of the most revolutionary fossils of all time. It was the first feathered fossil ever discovered. The remains were that of Archaeopteryx, a small animal about the size of our European barn owl, Marshmallow. Archaeopteryx had wings, but they were used more for gliding rather than flapping. It also had claws on the edges of those wings and a mouth full of teeth. Archaeopteryx was not a bird, it was actually a feathered dinosaur. But as birds evolved, they lost those features, and instead they were replaced with talons on the ends of their toes and a lightweight beak. Marshmallow's feathers give him a unique ability, silent flight. The leading and trailing edges of his flight feathers are fringed like the teeth of a comb. They muffle the air passing through. He also has a sound-capturing facial disc. It's the characteristic heart shape of a barn owl. It's covered in stiff, bristly feathers that funnel sound directly into his ears. This owl has the best hearing of any animal on the earth. He can actually fly to and capture his prey in complete darkness, even hearing mice from up to 90 feet away. He is the ultimate mousetrap. And he's one of about 33 different species of barn owls found worldwide on every continent except Antarctica. So how about a hand for our silent flyer, Marshmallow? The Marshmallow is a very small owl, but we have an even larger one to show you. I'd like you all to meet Emerson, the Eurasian Eagle Owl. The Eurasian Eagle Owls are the largest owl species in the world. And in the raptor world, the females are even larger. This is a male, so it is possible to see an owl even bigger than this one. Notice how he has feather tufts on the tops of his head. Those help not only tell us his mood, but they're used in territorial displays. They also provide a little bit of extra camouflage. They look kind of like twigs when he's up in a tree. He has feathers that go down and cover his feet. That keeps him warm in some of the higher elevations. And he is an incredibly good hunter. He can take down an animal as large as a small 30-pound deer. Of course, he couldn't fly away with it, but he would eat what he could. He can fly away with about a third of his body weight. And Emerson's the newest bird in our show. He's only 2 years old. He's doing a really good job, though. Look at his bright orange eyes. They're big because they help him see in the dark. He can see by the light of just one candle for up to 1,200 feet. He also has excellent high-resolution vision, and he has great hearing too, and silent flight. He's a common owl. There are two families of owls, the common owls and the barn owls. Now the difference between a Eurasian Eagle Owl and a great horned owl that you would find here in Wisconsin is that great horned owls are, of course, smaller than this largest owl. They also have yellow eyes instead of orange, and a different plumage, different feather pattern on them. And Emerson is going to make one more flight over here. There we go. Very nice job, Emerson. You can clap for him. It makes him excited. Well, the feathers on both modern birds, as well as the ones that are ancient feathered dinosaurs, all have feathers made of the same substance as your hair and your skin. Or, excuse me, your hair and your fingernails. It's a protein called keratin. And speaking of protein, we have two tasty little nuggets joining us on stage. That's Omelet and Casanova, our bantam poaching chickens. They have feathers that go all the way down and cover their feet. This not only keeps them warm, but helps them feel for insects as they scratch around and forage. They're native to South Asia, but you can find them here in Milwaukee County, where it's legal to raise up to 4 hens for food and eggs. Just no roosters, they're a little too loud. Birds are such a diverse group of animals. They have a wide variety of sizes, as you saw demonstrated with our owls. Wide variety of diets, habitats, even intelligence. You've probably heard people talk about a wise old owl. They're pictured with glasses and a graduation cap, but the truth is, owls really aren't that smart because their eyes take up a large portion of their skull. They're great hunters though, but our next bird is one of the most intelligent birds. He's a parrot, and when he comes out, he's going to show us something called mimicking. Like you all to meet my little feathered friend. Hello. Would you like to share your name? Nemo is an African gray parrot from the jungles of the Congo. Well, Nemo, it's right after lunch, and the audience, I think they're starting to look a little bit sleepy. Are they tired? Oh, what a big yawn. Well, you know what you should do? You should wake them up with your rooster. Now that you're all a little more awake, Nemo and I would like to share a story with you all. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. Was she pretty, Nemo? Really pretty? Really, really pretty? Oh, she must have been gorgeous. Well, one day, this princess was stolen away by an evil ogre. Nemo knew he had to rescue her, so he chased after that evil ogre, and he flew up to that ogre's castle with a nice, loud charge. Well, that ogre saw Nemo coming, and he closed that door and locked it up, but Nemo, he was brave. He went right up and knocked. Did you knock? The ogre threw open the door. Nemo realized he had no weapons, so he put up his big wings and he scared that ogre away. The princess was so grateful for having been rescued, she gave Nemo a nice big kiss. And they rode off together into the sunset. Ready, Nemo? Whee! Besides telling stories, Nemo's pretty unique in other ways. Nemo, tell us what makes you so special. I cannot fly, I can only talk. You've got us all beat. How about a wave goodbye? Good job. How about a hand for our smart little storyteller? Nemo's pretty adorable, isn't he? But if you're thinking about getting a parrot as a pet, please keep a few key things in mind. Because parrots are so intelligent, they require a lot of attention. And if they don't get it, they can become quite destructive, even aggressive. So they really don't make the best pets for most families. They also live a really long time, so it's a huge commitment. Nemo can live up to 70 years or more. Some even live over 100. So it's kind of like having a toddler for the rest of your life. We do have another parrot to share with you today. Coming to us on the fence to the right of stage is Rio, the red and green macaw. You might be wondering what the difference is between a parrot and a macaw. Well, a macaw is just a larger species of parrot with a thick upper beak for crushing hard seeds and nuts in her rainforest home. Rio is native to South America, and she's the second largest parrot species. She's got some beautiful colors, reds, blues, greens, but they're actually not produced by pigment, which is what gives your hair and your skin its color. Her color is produced by the feather's structure, similar to how a prism is able to produce different colors of light. You might think being so colorful would kind of make her stick out to predators, but when she feels threatened, she would just flock closely with the other members of her flock, and they'd fly, and all those bright flashing colors make it difficult for other animals to pick out just one bird. When Rio makes her next flight over, look at how she uses her tail. She steers in the air using it like a rudder, and then fans it out to put on the brakes. Early flight engineers studied birds, especially falcons and storks, when they were designing the first airplanes. Well, Rio especially loves applause, so how about a hand for Rio, our brightly colored flyer. It's easy to see where she gets her species name, red and green macaw. Well, we have another bird known for the color of its feathers. I'd like you all to meet Wagner, the Redtailed Hawk. Redtailed hawks are one of the most common raptors found in North America. This is because they eat just about any animal in their territory, whether it's a snake, squirrel, rabbit, rodent, small bird. They're all we call an opportunist. There are about 60 nesting pairs of red-tailed hawks right here in the Milwaukee area. And he's doing a great job of showing you the three main characteristics of a bird of prey, or a raptor. He has a hooked upper beak for tearing his food into bite-sized pieces. He's got excellent eyesight, 10 to 15 times better than our own. And he has incredibly strong feet with sharp talons. That's what he uses to hunt and defend himself. In fact, the word raptor actually means to seize. And that's what he does. When he catches his prey, it's not going anywhere. He's got bones in his feet that work just like ratchets. It actually takes more force for him just to open his feet than to keep them closed. And his red tail didn't get red until he was 2 years old. That's when he mostly got these color feathers in. His eyes have also changed color as he's aged, going from a yellow to the dark brown that you just saw. So very nice job, Wagner. 100 years ago, feathers played an important role in women's fashion. In fact, the most expensive item lost from the Titanic, it wasn't a car or jewelry, it was actually 40 cases of ostrich feathers. Ostriches, egrets, and storks were hunted for their feathers, driving the price up to $2,000 for just an ounce. Well, this is Otis, the white-bellied stork. When he comes out, you'll see how his feathers actually change color according to the angle in which they're viewed. It's called iridescence. It's produced by tiny films in the feather structure. He's native to Africa, and he would migrate along the tropical regions and arrive just before the rainy season. That's why farmers there consider them to be good luck. He's a pretty big bird, but he's actually the smallest species of stork. You can see a whole flock of white-bellied storks at the zoo's aviary. I definitely recommend checking out that building. Well, feathers also play an important role in the regulation of body temperature. No other substance on Earth has the insulation quality of down feathers, It's why we stuff our coats and our sleeping bags with them. It's also why emperor penguins can incubate their eggs in the middle of the Antarctic winter. Well, feathers allow for cooling too. A bird can raise up its feathers and allow air to circulate closer to its body. And the color plays an important role. Lighter colored feathers don't hold on to heat the same as dark feathers. To show us what that looks like, we're going to bring out a bird similar to one that you would find here in the United States. Just a little bit different coloration and a little bit of a size difference. She's a very smart bird. She's learned how to do something I think you'll all really enjoy. Let's meet Einstein, the African pied crow. And I could ask my volunteers now to stand up with the cans and bottles and hold them out as you were shown. Einstein's going to demonstrate how to recycle. She's going to look out into the audience and she's going to find, let's see if she goes for the can or the bottle. She's making a choice now. Looks like she's going for the can. She's going to make a few pit stops along the way. She's very intelligent. She actually has the intelligence of about a 3-year-old child. She's in the corvid family, which is the family of birds with ravens, rooks, jays, magpies. Maybe take a few steps down. Sometimes the motion helps her to see you. Her vision is largely motion-based. And Einstein, look, what's up there in the audience? She found it. It's a plastic bottle. She's going to bring that back to stage. She doesn't want that to go in the landfill. It would take 1,000 years for that bottle to decompose. Much better to recycle it. Very nice job, Einstein. What else is out there? Do you see an aluminum can? She's found it. She sees it. She's thinking about getting it. Einstein, do you see that aluminum can? Maybe take one more step down. Oh, she sees you. Very nice. She's going to bring that back. That can would actually take 200 years to decompose. All right, let's see. In it goes. Good job, Einstein. Nice job, volunteers. Very nice. You can see the white feathers on her neck and her body. Those are the feathers that keep her cooler in Africa. She's a two-colored bird, or a pied bird, and we have another pied bird to show you. This one is an American bird. It's got a white head and a white tail. It's got a brown body. We're going to bring back Norbert, the bald eagle. Bald eagles are in the sea eagle family. His white head and tail help disguise his shape to fish in the waters below. Kind of just fades away against the sky. The fish don't see him as a predator that way. He has excellent feet for catching those fish. They're nice and big. He's also got microscopic barbs on his feathers. Those help create little air pockets and keep him drier when he takes off so he's not so wet and heavy. Birds have to be very light in order to fly. Norbert is 7.5 pounds. He has hollow bones, lots of feathers, and air sacs in his body. Bald eagles build the largest nest out of any bird in North America. They add sticks to it year after year. The largest on record was found down in Florida. It weighed 3 tons. It actually broke the tree it was built in. It's the only reason scientists were actually able to weigh it. The bald eagles are the symbols of freedom and wilderness. But they're not free from the choices you make daily. So choosing to recycle, as demonstrated by Einstein, conserving water and energy, and buying sustainable products all help to keep birds like Norbert around for future generations. At the end of the show, we invite you all to come closer and get a better look at Norbert. Ask questions, take pictures, and if you'd like to make a contribution to conservation organizations like the World Bird Sanctuary and the Milwaukee County Zoo, you may do so with the help of our final bird, Cherry. She's also an African pied crow. She'd be more than happy to take your donation right from your hand. Just walk up to her stump, and she'll take it from your hand and put it in her donation box. We hope you enjoyed the show today, and you have a great rest of your visit here at Milwaukee County Zoo.